Hey man, let's get to it.
Yeah.
Bump all the nonsense. Okay. We going to you first.
Oh man.
Yeah, we going to you first.
I will see.
No, let me ask the question.
Oh, okay. I had to answer.
He was already answering. There wasn't even a question yet.
That was Godson.
I liked it.
I ain't got no question. Go ahead. What you got?
Where we going?
Lomachenko Lopez.
Recap.
Yeah.
Recap. Go ahead and recap.
I was able to get a chance to watch it last night. Shout out to Momo's in San Francisco. You guys took care of me. Treat me like a star.
Which you are not.
Send us food.
Hey, they fools all right, man.
All right, shout out to Momo.
All right, so anyways, watch the fight. Didn't go as expected. I don't know.
Oh, we skipping you. Hey, go.
All right, so
we skipping you. What
you mean?
You're full of nonsense right now.
It was
all right.
It went. We'll come back.
All right.
Collect your thoughts.
First off, let me just get out of the way. It was closer than most of the scorecards indicated.
Yeah, well, yeah.
But it was an interesting matchup where it seemed that I don't know. I want to give Teofimo a lot of credit first. Shout out to Teofimo. That's a young man that did the damn thing.
Young man.
4 belts, but I want to give him a lot of credit. I don't know if it was his. We kind of mentioned last night. I'm not sure if it was his speed or if Lomachenko felt his power, if it was that combined with ring rust for Lomachenko. But he's notoriously a slow starter. But that was
my man got his notes.
Yeah, he pulled the note card out. But that was a very slow start from Lomachenko, and. So yeah, that was unexpected, but I think the rounds that Lomachenko was himself, he won more handily than I think Teofimo did on some of those rounds. But no, I think it was a weird fight to an extent, but it was a good fight just because there was so little activity from Lomachenko. It was kind of odd for those first rounds.
It was interesting for me to be as hyped as I was about the fight. It didn't really. It was almost as if I said, can this fight like underappreciate? And there was something. I think it was the lack of work from Lomachenko that caused the fight to kind of. And it didn't have any laws. It didn't have any dips or anything like that. I think that it just wasn't. It wasn't quite as exciting as I expected it to be because one of the fighters didn't perform the way I expected them to perform, which can happen.
Yeah.
Which can happen.
And that also, like you mentioned, that can happen. And it's not, for everyone, it's not a one-way street. It wasn't Lomachenko fought that way because of Lomachenko.
Yep.
It was because of Lomachenko and because of what Teofimo was able to do.
Hey, so we definitely got to give him credit because I didn't see it going like that. He came in there and he got it done. He won the title. I don't want to hear it was a robbery. Nah, he got it done.
I feel like
go ahead. My man came in there and won the belt.
Yeah.
And I don't know if, we didn't watch it together because I may have so much confidence on Loma. After like 2 rounds, the girls was like, "What are they doing? What is he doing?"
Yeah,
I'm like, "He's figured. He got this."
Yeah.
About the 4th, 5th round, I'm like, "All right, he got to do something.
Yeah,
you can't just keep giving up rounds, And then I was like, "Oh, he got it. He gonna come on late. He gonna stop him." And I'm like, "Oh, he's not going no." Lopez like, "I'm here to fight."
Their game plan backfired.
Is that what happened?
Yeah.
Which you just
what do you think the game plan was?
Lomachenko's game plan was to kind of wait it out. Yeah. And he
stand the fire.
He wanted Lopez to kind of work himself and get to a point where he
didn't do that.
Himself.
And he stayed patient.
My man stayed patient. You have to recognize that.
Yep.
Yeah. When someone isn't doing what you expect them to do, recognize that and go for it. So I really do feel like we didn't get much from Lomachenko's corner, but I feel like every time he went back to the corner, Dad might have been just telling him, "Hey, just wait it out. Yeah. Just wait it out. Just wait it out. Not yet. And that yet basically never came.
Yeah. And I think he didn't turn it on until what 6 or 6.
Absolutely. So I had him. Personally,
and when he turned it on. But
I had Lomachenko winning, I think the second, and then I had him winning 7 through 11.
Yeah, I think
and then had Teofimo. Yep. So I think for me, I had it as either a draw, a slight win for Lomachenko, or a slight win for Lopez. But in order of, I think it was probably draw, Lopez, Lomachenko is how I had it.
Yeah, we all had it draw. I was like, dang, I could have bet the draw.
And also, people were acting like, oh, there's no way it was a draw. First off, Andre Ward had it as a draw on the broadcast.
Yeah.
Terrence Crawford also had it a draw on Twitter.
Okay.
So it's not like, and then if it's close enough to be a draw, it's close enough that Lomachenko could have won that if you give him a round here and there.
There you go. There you go.
I thought it was a really good fight from Teofimo.
Impressive.
Yeah, he was good. He did really everything you could expect.
The two things I did not expect from Lomachenko, I think no one expected from Lomachenko. We spoke on this. We said Lopez has to get Lomachenko's respect as soon as he can.
Yeah.
Nobody, I did not, at least, I'm going to speak for myself, did not expect Lomachenko to show up in the ring and have as much respect for Lopez's power, Lopez's size as he had. I don't think he necessarily respected Lopez's speed. I think the speed was a surprise.
Yeah.
And I think that his back was against the wall immediately because it's, okay, there's a jab coming out. How do I get past this jab without walking into something?
Yeah.
And Lopez had him shook ones.
Yeah, he said it.
From the opening bell.
And it's crazy because we didn't expect that. Yeah. We expected to be
the other
vice
way,
versa.
Potentially, yeah.
Like that was
no, I'm not. No. I didn't expect because I was watching Lopez throughout the night when they were showing him. I didn't see the nerves. I didn't really see him behaving the way I would. That would give me a sense of him being uncomfortable or anything like that. I think Ant was
maybe alluding to we thought he might get frustrated
with
Lomachenko. Or do you think for you, with how slow Lomachenko started, you said obviously you think it was, had a lot of respect off the rip for his power. Do you think that's what it was primarily?
100%.
Okay.
It 100% was.
I don't disagree.
They've studied this dude, and Lopez.
Mm-hmm.
We have, and I'm speaking as Lomachenko. We've studied this guy, and we know his abilities. We know what he's good at, and we're going to take it away from him. And the way that I think they figured out to take it away from him was to let him spell himself over the course of a few rounds. Not really recognizing. Funny thing, not really recognizing that Lomachenko's a slow starter in the sense that he doesn't really get going until round 3. Possibly 4, but it's because nobody else attacks Lomachenko the way Lopez did last night. So,
did you also think? Sorry to cut you.
No.
Did you think it backfired a little by not pushing the pace with Lomachenko at like the first 5? That it literally let Lopez okay.
And on top of that, he's building momentum.
Okay, here we go. Let's go.
Which is a part that's lost in the game plan. If you say, okay, and strong and that's powerful, but he's gonna slow down. Let's let him punch a little bit and get himself going, and then we'll come on and in the latter half of the fight and we'll start to pour it on him and he won't be ready. But you take out the fact that this is his first really humongous stage, and he's going to start to feel good. He's not going to start to feel tired. He's not going to start to feel worn. He's going to start to feel good,
and energized. What do you think for those rounds that Lomachenko did start to when he, like I said, when he was doing his thing in a big way?
Yeah, he definitely.
How compare that to the earlier rounds?
Yeah.
Why was Lomachenko, from a boxer's perspective, able to? Was it out of necessity that he needed to do that at that point?
Well, definitely that. But let's go back to the momentum that we're speaking on. Lopez got into a rhythm. He's jab. He's going to the body, straight right to the body. Straight right to the body.
We talked about that.
Yeah.
Very smart of him, picking his punches, and being very precise with his punches as well. I mean, 23 years old.
Yeah, man.
Like you could not take this fight away from him.
No.
A draw would have been upset today.
He would have been upset.
No. I would have been upset.
Really?
With a draw, I would have been upset.
I was okay with a draw.
And even if you had given the fight to Lomachenko, I would have been extremely upset.
Okay.
You could not take this fight away from Lopez. And I'm not just hyping him up.
Yeah,
you take a look at the body of work he put in early on in the fight and was even consistent in the rounds that he lost. Those were close rounds as well.
And he was still throwing.
But going back to your question that I don't even remember what you asked.
So in the earlier rounds, you were talking about how Lomachenko was very respectful and very cautious of Teofimo's power. But then my question is, so how then was he able to, from 7 to 11, dominate the way he was able to?
I think, going back to the momentum, I think that through Lopez's rhythm and his being able to jab when he wanted to jab, go to the body when he wanted to go to the body. It was almost like he had forward movement, and got to a point where his rhythm became forward, and it was never back, and it was never left or right. So once Lomachenko finally did start to punch, it's like eventually you got to expect this guy to punch, but his momentum is carrying him forward, and so it just took him a couple of rounds to adjust to going backwards and adjust to getting back on defense, which he really didn't need, especially early on in the fight, because Lomachenko wasn't even throwing anything. Right. So you go from being responsible on defense, being ready for everything, to, okay, he's not throwing anything, I'm just going to take advantage. And then it got to a point where I personally feel that his momentum was carrying him forward. And then once you see Lomachenko finally start to let his hands go, it's almost like even at the points where he stopped walking forward and wasn't walking into the punches, it still was like his body, the muscle memory wasn't defense. The muscle memory wasn't getting his hands up. The muscle memory wasn't slip and get inside it or grab this guy, hold this guy.
It was just to keep your progress going forward.
I think his progress was forward, and that became the rhythm, which is why he started to get caught. Don't tell me you didn't enjoy what you saw, because I know you did. What you need to do now, hit that subscribe button, hit the like, hit that notification button. Check us out every week, every Tuesday, something new for you right here on the Porter Way Podcast.